if I were to go purely on my social media, off my social media analysis of relationships, one, I'd never allow myself to be in a relationship.
That explains it.
Yeah, like...
Which is interesting because I think the power of anonymity allows people to share a lot more.
Yes.
And there's a way it just, as in they just give so much information. But I think it's mostly because they are comfortable doing it anonymously because they know if they mentioned it like openly, outright, maybe they'll be judged. Actually, more often than not, they'll probably be judged.
Yeah.
The royal penis is clean, Your Highness.
Welcome to the Breakdown Podcast, where I talk about love, sex, and relationships from a guy's perspective, as well as a bunch of other guy shit. The man on the mic is a man who likes his women the same exact way he likes his yogurt. He is also a man who may include running his mouth to a cardio routine. It is none other than your tall, dark, and mildly handsome man, Sir Denver B. And the most interesting part about today is that I'm not alone. Yeah. I have another man on the mic. Mm-hmm. Interestingly enough, this is a man who's been on the mic for years.
I have.
But you haven't just been on the mic. You've been on TikTok as well. Yes. You've been on TV as well.
Yes.
You've been on radio as well.
Yes.
Although that one is a bit more of like unlockable information.
Yeah, you have to pay to get the next subscription.
Exactly. Wesley Jeff, a.k.a. Wes from a story.
Bana.
What's up, man?
It's been a long time. I'm good. It's a pleasure to be finally physically on your podcast, man. How long has it been?
5 years we've known each other.
5 years, man.
That's actually so funny.
It's hilarious. We're talking about it off camera and we're like, wow, guys can really have the most authentic connections from afar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think you and one other person are people that I've known online that I've never really spoken to. Like people from like 20 years ago would think of it as a paranormal relationship.
Yeah.
But like us guys have known each other for years. We've chatted for years. Hell, we've even done an episode together for years. Absolutely. Like back when I was still in my earlier sort of podcasting days. And like this is the first time we're actually physically meeting.
Down. Let me tell you, I was talking to someone about it.
Yeah.
And I was telling them, we can't reduce the online space anymore. We can't say online is a separate thing from our lives.
Exactly.
Because I'd say we've known each other for a long time. We've had a relationship for a long time. It's just that we've never met physically. What's so different with having what people used to have back in the day called pen pals?
Exactly. I was actually thinking about the same thing.
Yeah.
But anyways, fangirling aside.
Yeah. Let's not get sidetracked.
Yeah. So for the people that don't know you, that are getting to know you for the first time, because I've had a couple of new guys coming in recently, which thank you. Listen more and get on the socials too.
Yeah.
You know, like I like having followers so that I can bring in more guys like Wes, even though he is a one of a kind.
Yeah.
Who is Wes? Who is, like, where did it start from? Because I think there's some people that only know you from TikTok.
Yeah.
But like, what's the story? Where did all of this start?
I always find that question so wide and so hard to answer because, like you said, a lot of people know me from very different spectrums.
True.
Some people will know me from TikTok as Wes from a story. Other people will know me as Wesley Jeff, the lawyer. And some people will know me as Wes, the politician.
That's true.
So I balance all these things. So if I were to say who Wes is, I am by day a lawyer. That's what I'm trained to do. Soon to be advocate, by the way.
Ooh, congratulations. Congratulations in advance.
Yeah, congratulations. But we have to talk about that program. It's kicking my ass, but I'm kicking back. I'm kicking back for sure. But yes, I'm a lawyer by training. I've been a podcaster for a long time. That's how me and you met.
True.
And through podcasting, you actually gave me the advice to go on TikTok. And on TikTok, I took my stories from the podcast to TikTok, and people loved it. So yeah, on one side, I'm a lawyer, I'm a TikToker, and I'm also a politician. I've been in politics, national politics, for about 5 years, give or take. And progressively now. So about the same time that we've known each other, I've been in politics. Yeah.
Yeah, because like that whole switch, because when we met, we were mostly discussing relationship topics, and we used to have so much fun just bouncing off of each other's ideas. Then at some point when you mentioned getting into politics, like I found it to be interesting because back then, the whole idea of quote unquote young people getting into politics wasn't really that common of a thing that people would hear. The people that you'd hear doing that are people that were getting into student councils, like the people that were very ambitiously trying to get into politics, as opposed to now. So where exactly did that desire come from?
So let me tell you, the funny thing is, even at the point we are meeting, I've just gotten disappointed by politics.
Damn.
Yeah. So I was running for president of law school.
Ooh.
Which, by the way, I did not want to run.
Yeah.
So I'll shorten that story. I got a gig in school.
Yeah.
Within the law fraternity for my school to write them a new constitution.
Oh.
So I was chairing the committee that was writing the law school
Damn.
constitution. And let me tell you, that's a heavy thing.
Yeah.
To write a constitution for lawyers.
Like writing a constitution for anything.
It's already a problem.
Yeah, even for a friend group is hard. Like you had to take it alone.
So now it comes to a point where people want new rules for elections and whatnot. So I'm tasked with that. I find myself there. This is my kind of thing. I love procedure and law.
Yeah.
So I write it, very successful. It gets inaugurated in the school. And then people start whispering in my ear, you know, Wes, you're the one who wrote it. So who best to implement it than you? So that was my first taste in politics. And I ran a good race, but I lost, I think, by 20 votes.
Oof.
Story for another day.
Oh, you should have told me. I'd have hit up some people.
I know, but it was really internal, and part of it was my fault. I stuck to my guns too much. I did not know how to play politics then, to say the things that need to be said to get by. So I really stuck to this is what West believes in, and it cost me.
About that, like the whole saying what it is that people want to hear. Like, do you feel like that's what makes politics seem sleazy but makes it necessary?
Yes. Because and we'll talk about it as we go on, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you become what the electorate wants you to become. You are one thing, but then you get there, they're like, okay, so we like what you're saying, but what about this thing you've not mentioned? So if they're telling you to say you hate white shirts because we are dressed in black shirts, you have to say, I've never even really liked white shirts, man.
White shirts are the worst thing on planet Earth. Those things get dirty in 15 seconds. Eh?
In fact,
why would you bother?
In fact, white shirts remind me of colonialism, and you'll have to go with it, and that's something you'll have to say. I mean, that's how it is generally in politics. So I stuck to my guns. I did not know that rule of politics. So I lost. I could even count the people who didn't vote for me because they were pissed at me. So yeah, I write the constitution. That gets done. I lose. So at the point where I lose, you're about to say something dumb, aren't you?
Do you know the reason you gave is the exact same reason I'd expect a politician to give? Like, those things remind me of colonialism.
You must say then there's been some growth since then, no?
Clearly.
So now at this point where now it's 2020, I've lost. No, it's 2019, I've lost. Right?
Yeah.
So in 2020, the guy who wins, COVID comes. So he doesn't get to implement anything because now we've gone home and then he's basically online. So he has to also figure out his leadership to tailor the new way of learning. So I saw it as a positive because that's not the thing I had promised people.
Yeah.
I had promised people that if I get in, at the time, Sakaja, Mr. Nairobi in work, which doesn't work really.
Bwana Dimples.
Bwana Dimples was a really good senator then. So I wanted to get him to school to talk about the process of lawmaking and sort of like inspire people within the school. That was my whole game plan, right?
Yeah.
And getting him would have gotten me Mutula Kilonzo, who's now a governor, and Cleopas Malala.
Yeah.
The 3 senators who were very young at the time, right?
I like it.
Yeah, so...
I like it. You had a game plan. You had a very good game plan, by the way.
So I lose, but then now COVID happens. Even my plan, even if I had won, would never have worked.
Yeah.
Right? So I decided in my mind, I want to chase national politics. That's how I end up finding my way in a party, which is a very funny story, but I'll let you get the conversation. But yeah, I ended up joining that. That's how my interest in national politics came from a loss in school.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I got an L in school. Granted, it wasn't in politics, and I can remember right after I got the L because it wasn't anything that big. It was a modeling pageant thing. So I kind of got an L, and I can remember I felt so done with it.
Yeah.
I actually got to the point where I basically just felt like I had been betrayed almost by everyone, even though they're not entitled to give me their votes and everything.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, like you go through that, and then, especially since I was so popular at the time, actually out of everyone I was with, I was the most popular.
And I got some of the choir, my guy.
And I got some of the least votes. so me not getting it, I can remember I felt so done with people. Okay, granted, there were other issues that affected why my vote was so messed up. Because like even the system, apparently, my photo and my name were off to the side and most people were voting with their phones, so they couldn't see it. Yeah, I was shafted
you got done
like that.
in by a system. Oh
Yes.
my, that's
Yes,
crazy.
servers failed me. so I can remember afterwards, like especially the following year, I really pulled away from interacting with people as much. I would take a different route because I can remember between the gate and the administration block, I take 10 minutes because every single time I'm walking, I'm just meeting people, I'm saying hi, I'm chatting for a little bit, and I move next person.
Yeah. You're really popular and famous at this point, right?
Exactly. And this was even before the whole modeling bit. So going through all of that, then experiencing that L, I can remember my dad was like, yeah, now you should probably run for student council. And I was like, you are mad.
Your dad is a wise man. Let me tell you why. Because that story is so familiar for me because remember at this point I've just done something new in the school, right?
Yeah.
I've delivered them a constitution that everybody seems to like, this is good work.
Yeah.
So now they have a new guidance. Even the election is being carried out under this new constitution.
True.
So now I'm very popular at that time.
Yeah.
However, I am a fourth year or a third year, second semester guy. So I'm pretty senior in the school.
Yeah.
The guy I'm competing with is a second year, first semester. But when I was admitted, we were admitted as 28 people. Their class has 100 people. So I was off on the math right from the beginning. Right?
Yeah.
So at the point where I have lost, this guy who is a second semester guy, first semester, second year, happens to be one of the guys that were in my mentee group. So teacher-student dynamics. So
that is
even
an
he
interesting
was
fight.
afraid.
Yeah.
Even he was coming to me like, if you win, this is like he was sure he's not gonna win.
Yeah.
So let me tell you now, I lose. I remember the election was somewhere, I think on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, can't remember really quite well. But I lose, I go home. Guys in their minds thought I'd be out of school for like 2 weeks. So me, I took from between Wednesday and Thursday, took the weekend, came back to school on Tuesday. Guys were looking at me. At first I felt like everybody could see the loss.
Exactly.
But
like you can feel the eyeballs.
Yes, but everybody was surprised, like, you're back so soon after taking an L. So me, I'm just walking around school, and then I remember there was this first year I used to know. I'm not going to mention her name, but at that point she changed my name from Wes to Titanium.
Hey.
I know, right? Biggest compliment ever. She couldn't believe I'm back in school at that time. Because even them who are my supporters were reeling from the loss. Yeah, they're like, life moves on, my guy. But inside, ilikuwa nalia, kusikia uchungu.
Oh yeah, I basically stopped being as social as I used to be. Like I would take a different route. I would go and I would just chill by myself, not bother with anyone.
Yeah,
but
it's that thing you said. It was not a big thing, but at that moment, it's the biggest thing you could probably set your ambition on at that time. So.
Exactly, and especially after putting in so much work, there's a way it just hurts.
Absolutely, because now the climax of it is winning or losing.
Yeah.
So winning extends the high for a little bit before you settle into the actual work.
Yeah.
Losing cuts your dreams immediately.
Exactly.
So I know what you mean. I really know what you mean.
And the wildest part was, like, I think it was like even an hour before the results were announced, I already had an idea that I wasn't going to get it. And I don't know why. Like, even then, there's still that hope that you have.
Yeah.
And then once you don't get it, it just gets pulled off. But anyways. So like, do you feel like that sort of insight, like going into politics, do you feel like it really like shifted how you see people and how you think about people in general? Whether it's just people in general or whether it comes to a lot of the relationship talk that you've had, like did it alter a lot of that?
My relation with people and interactions and stuff like that.
Yeah, like especially understanding people.
I think it made it better. Because I don't know if you've ever had the dynamic or the thing that people say. Sometimes you get to know a person after you've broken up with them. Have you had that?
Oh no, that's interesting insight. I haven't heard that one yet.
Yeah. Like sometimes there's some things about this person in the relationship that you will not see because you're in the relationship.
Yeah.
But once you're outside, you're like, okay, how did I miss this?
Yeah, like the whole rose-colored glasses thing, or
Yeah.
like when you're this close to something, but then when you
Yes.
take a step back and you realize it's not that.
And also, in a lot of how people leave each other,
yeah.
their true nature comes out. Even if you're expressing an emotion, whether it's anger, frustration, disappointment, it comes out. So when I answer that question, I usually say it helped me understand people better. Because people will smile at your face and literally you can't really take people at their word because you never really know what's on their mind. You get?
Yeah.
So it kind of showed me to, one, give people a lot of grace. Two, not to take things to heart sana. Like, to heart sana. Me, I remember there was a person who voted for me. By the way, I don't know why. Kura yangu mingi ilikuwa ya madem. So,
well, I feel like there's obvious reasons, but you know,
hey,
it's not like I can
I'm
put
not
my
saying-
finger on it, but you know,
Yeah, but
just saying.
kura yangu mingi ilikuwa ya madem. In fact, a lot of the campaign that was done, a significant chunk was from the female demographic. I remember there was this one person who we are friends now. We're very much friends. But she was, I want to use a bad word, but hey, she was terrible to me that time. I remember she literally lined me up and asked me, tell me why I should vote for you. Why do you deserve my vote? And it's a fair question, but her tone was not friendly.
Exactly.
Like, tell me why you deserve my vote and why I shouldn't give anybody else my vote but you. So I gave her my reasons. And then she was like, I'm not satisfied. So I'm like, maybe that's... And I try to be calm about it because ujue, that's the morning of the kura. So siezi choma sai. So nikamwambia, maybe it's because you gave me literally 1 minute to pitch myself. So maybe if you had more time. So
Smartly done.
It helped me understand people better, I think.
Yo, my reaction would have been explains a lot, but
Maybe you should leave politics to the politicians, my guy.
but like it really does something to you. Like once you finally take a step back and look at it.
Yeah, it does. It does, because one thing I've learned to let go. I was just telling you, I recently got my phone lifted off me.
Yes, it was. It was
It
graciously
went to a charitable-
redeemed.
It went to a charitable foundation. But yeah, I got my phone stolen.
Charitable and foundation are
Right?
wild.
So I got my phone stolen, but I remember the mindset I had on it was, I started laughing. I loved that phone. It was my dream phone for sure, but I started laughing. Why? Because I made peace with it very quickly. It's something I came to learn of that loss and about people generally.
Yeah.
It's always good to have, you give people grace,
Yeah.
but you also have the mental, like uko na hiyo capacity ya to let it go.
Yeah, you give them grace, but also the elasticity to allow them
Yes.
to kind of pull. But then once they're done,
Once it's done,
Yeah, like you
leave
just
it.
go back to
yeah,
being you.
because like I was saying, people didn't expect me to see me back so soon, right?
Yeah.
They expected me to sort of like mull it over, be bitter. Me, I would find people who are campaigning against me, and they would be like, I'd join a table because they're hanging out with mutual friends, right? They have a friend in one person, I have a friend in that person. So I sit down.
yeah,
You could see them be uncomfortable. And I'd be like, relax, my guy. Kura iliisha bwana. And then they'd be like, how are you so cool? I actually met one of them in KSL. And still, they are still afraid of me to this day because they campaign against. I'm like, bro, it was school elections. Why are you still hung up on it now?
nah, that's because you moved up to the big leagues.
Oh, really? Maybe so, yeah. I wouldn't say it doesn't have anything to do with it. So
Yeah, but speaking of people, your platform handles a ton of stories.
yes.
You discuss a ton of relationship stories.
Yes.
Are there stories that have reshaped how you view people and relationships today?
Yes. I don't know where to start. Like,
Okay, are there any that stand out? Like, give me, like, me. All right, the number one that probably stands out, or two or three.
I can give you two, but let me go to that question. Has it reshaped how I see people? Now that one has. Like, if I were to go purely on my social media, off my social media analysis of relationships,
Yeah.
one, I'd never allow myself to be in a relationship.
That explains it.
Yeah, like I stopped seeing myself as part of the story. Now I see myself as a vessel. Because there's something that happens to me on social media, right? That people see me as not only an outlet for their stories,
Yeah.
there's an illusion that people have that because you have a platform, you automatically know better about life.
Yeah.
So people come to you for advice.
Ooh.
So somebody, even right now, I'm sitting on a story that I haven't quite managed to find time to listen to. But that person came to me, and their major claim to coming back to me right now, I could read the text they wrote me. They wrote me and they told me, because you helped me last time, I think you're the best person to help me now. I cannot even remember what I helped them with or what I said. But they're telling me, because I had to ask to see if I can retrace this story. I was like, did I tell you what you wanted to hear, or did I actually help you? And she was like, no, you helped me.
Wait, but you deal with probably about at least a story a day, right?
Now it's gone down, but averagely, yes, a story a day.
Yeah.
When I'm active, there's always constantly stories.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So even in a year, because you've been doing this for about 5-6 years, actually.
Yeah.
Like, which is not too long from the amount of time we've known each other. Honestly speaking, I feel like sometimes people forget that, like, we deal with so much. Like, even for me, like, there's times when people bring up an episode that I did, and it's like 300 episodes previously, and they expect that you know all of them.
Yeah. I mean, and it's the dynamic. Like, so to answer your question of how it has shaped I've started with relationships, how I see relationships, but I didn't finish.
Yeah.
I said, if I were to like just go off the analysis of my TikTok and the stories I get, I'd never be in a relationship. I'd never do marriage. I'd never do commitments, nothing.
Yeah.
Because people are fucked up out here. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
Right? The things they do to each other, it's fucked up. And I'm not talking about mini fucked up I cheated on some so and so. No. I'm talking about diabolical stuff that you read, you're like, what? You did that? And you're telling me? Why? If there was a jail for relationship offenses, you should be in jail, my guy. But then there's that aspect of it, and then there's the aspect of I've also learned the capacity of good for people, from people.
Oh.
Yeah.
That I actually rarely ever hear.
I've learned, like, human beings are so multifaceted, right? Like, some of the best deeds I have done, right?
Yeah.
Have been as a result of my TikTok community showing up when I needed them to show up, and not for me.
Yeah.
So I have this thing I run as a foundation. I'll just mention it briefly. It's meant to help people go through school.
Yeah.
Primary school to secondary school. A lot of people get lost there.
Yeah.
Like you find a bright kid, amepata Max Poa, KCPE, or they alternate for it now, but they can't transition to secondary school.
Yeah.
So my goal is to scale that operation up where I can sponsor many people. So I started with one, and I can tell you for sure that all the support I got from TikTok, because my idea was to take this kid to school for 1 year constantly, like paid 1 year tuition fees. So haizifukuzwa shule. So the guardians, the friends, well-wishers around them, let them sort out everything in between.
Yeah.
But shule itaikuwa na excuse ya kumfukuza.
Yeah.
Understand?
Not unless if it's disciplinary.
Yes. So I'm big on education like that, right?
Yeah.
I can tell you every dime of that money was contributed through the online platform.
What?
Yes. And he went to a national school. He's now in his second year there.
That is inspiring. And you're like, let me just mention. That is like those are the inspiring stories that we need on camera.
Yeah. I'd like to like some of these things are very intimate, but I just wanted to touch on it as a thing I've learned about people through my social media. So I've learned for me personally, to be in love and to be in relationships, I have to be a bit delusional and detached from social media.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is very true.
How special do you think you are that the person around you is not doing the same things you read every day? Soko ni chafu, bro.
That's true.
Soko ni
that
chafu.
Is very true.
So yeah, me, I like to see myself. I stopped seeing myself, like I said, as a part of the story. Now I see myself as a conduit of the story.
Yes.
So you just we nipe story yako na ulizanga mpaka mtu unataka nini? Unataka advice, unataka ni post ama unataka what do you want? Nakwambia unaweza nipe advice, but I want to see what people will say about it. Like literally people want to see how the general public will judge them without knowing it's them.
Which is interesting because I think the power of anonymity allows people to share a lot more.
Yes.
And there's a way it just, as in they just give so much information. But I think it's mostly because they are comfortable doing it anonymously because they know if they mentioned it like openly, outright, maybe they'll be judged. Actually, more often than not, they'll probably be judged. Yeah. So it is quite interesting. Even the whole bit on like if you look at yourself as a part of the story, it can very easily kind of hurt you. Like, have you ever heard of the story of the guy that built what was it, Match.com? It was like an online dating site before the Tinders and so on. Apparently, his wife cheated on him with someone from Match.com.
Oh wow! Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, that's how you know soko ni chafu. But I feel like it's always been dirt. It's just that now we're starting to see just the extent of dirt that's there.
No, it's because the way I see it is because there's proof of it now.
So unfortunately, I kind of had to cut things short. The discussions were going on for such a long time, but because of time, I kind of had to break this up. So part 2 is coming in on the next episode. So just stay tuned for that. And you'll definitely get to hear some very interesting insights from Mr. West himself, and also some of the more deeper things that he was not able to properly expound on in this first part. So if you do like it, if you don't like what it is that you're listening to, if you have a different form of feedback or you would love to suggest a potential topic, then on IG, it is at the breaktime_podcast. On Facebook, it is at the breaktime podcast. On X, it is at bagakadadi. And on Bluesky, it is at the breaktimepod.bsky.social. Thank you so much for listening, and I will catch you guys on the next break.